everyone. Welcome to Toad TV. I am Mary Beth.
I'm Helen.
You can find us all over as Toad Hollow NJ. And on Ravelry, if you're a knitter, you can find us as the Crafty Toads. We have a Ravelry page as that.
Yes.
And I think that's pretty much that.
We own the comp store, Toad Hollow.
There you go.
You can find us at toadhollowNJ.com. We dye yarn and make project bags. We need to put something down here.
At some point, make project bags. See? Yep. And
Seems very dark, but we'll just deal with it.
Okay. This is off to a bang. Whoa! Are you awake yet? Today is Saturday, June, I'm going to say 22nd. Yes?
Sure.
Yes, I think it's June 22nd. We have just come back from a couple days away. We went up to Western Massachusetts. We are both Smith grads, so we spent an afternoon wandering the campus a little bit. Went into Northampton and got ice cream at Harold's because anyone who goes to Smith knows about smushins.
Yep.
And you have to. It's written.
There's a rule.
In your, your
It says,
graduation
welcome
certificate.
to Northampton. You can't leave until you go to Harold's.
Right, you have to have a smushin or a milkshake. They have milk chocolate ice cream. Oh my god. So good.
Didn't even need the smushin stuff. I wish I hadn't gone with the smushin. I wish I had just gotten the ice cream.
Gotten the ice cream straight. Oh, it was so good. And while we were there, it was Tuesday. They had a farmer's market in the little square. We got some amazing strawberries.
Oh, they're so good.
Really good strawberries. And then you had the honey that you got. Is it any good?
It's okay. I don't notice. I use it in my tea. It's not like I'm eating it
Drizzling
straight.
it right on, right?
So I don't notice. It's not like, oh my god, this is the best tea I ever had. So
Okay.
However, it's also not the worst tea I ever had.
Okay. Then Wednesday we went and had lunch with Sue from Legacy Fiber Arts. That was lots of fun. We got there half an hour early, which is just totally unheard of for us. So we went and found a fabric store.
Right.
Where we bought some fabric.
And we're late for lunch.
Then we were 10 minutes late. But Sue's a crafter, so she understands. We had a great lunch. It was delicious to begin with, and then we sat and knit and stitched and talked, and it was just so much fun because we very, very rarely get to.
We always run into each other in person at shows, so
Right.
nobody has time to just sit and visit and chat, and it was just so much fun.
It was really, really nice. If you are new, the clicking that you just heard were our two dogs, Spike and Drusilla. They are very tired, so I'm hoping that they are going to be quiet today and not.
Drew has
too
just
much.
gone under the bed.
I know she's done. She's absolutely done. They came with us on the vacation. They always do travel with us. So, yeah, 6 or 7 hours in a car.
Yeah, like, coming home yesterday was rough.
Yeah.
A
Lot of traffic.
we should have planned it better. Trying to get back to Long Beach Island on a Friday afternoon in June.
We made it before 4 though.
First day of summer.
So
yeah,
it
it
was
wasn't
okay.
terrible. It's just
You get used to not having to go and stop.
being
and go
stop and go traffic from, for the entire length of the Garden State Parkway is not fun. We're home.
Yeah.
Everybody is happy. The cats are ecstatic to have us back. I would not be at all surprised if they don't make an appearance.
So, on Thursday we went up to Brattleboro, Vermont, because where we were staying was about 5 minutes away from the Vermont border. So we went and explored Brattleboro,
Yeah.
and that was so much fun.
And both of us going to Smith, neither one of us had been to Vermont. Even though
Right.
Smith is half an hour from the border, which I never realized.
Neither
'cause
did I.
We were talking about it that when we were at Smith, I lived a very insular life.
Yeah,
It was like, my friends and classes and
Northampton.
Northampton.
You never left Northampton.
And I
other-
barely went down into Northampton.
And I mean, you went down to Cereos for Diet Coke and cigarettes.
Right.
Basically, that was it.
So
And then every now and then you got on the bus and went to the Hampshire Mall. But other than that, really,
Yeah.
everything that you needed was right there. So,
So
but
anyway, we'd never been to Vermont, so we're like, oh, well, it's right there. We might as well
Right.
check that state off our list.
there's a crow stamping across the railing
We
outside,
put stale pretzels out for him.
and he's gone to get them. So he's stamping along. While we were in Brattleboro, we found this great florist shop. It's called Wyndham Florist. I'm pretty sure it's Wyndham Florist.
Some Wyndham Flowers, I think.
Wyndham Flowers. All right. She makes her own bug repellent.
Which, if you followed our stories throughout the week, We were staying in the Mountain Woods camp cabin area thing.
Yeah.
And the bugs were
I was saying to Helen,
very present.
the bugs on the ground, like the creepy crawly bugs, I did not see that many of those. The mosquitoes were off the charts. I mean,
Yeah.
I had them in my ear. Driving home yesterday, my eye was bothering me. I finally got something out of the corner of my eye, and it was a tiny little mosquito. I mean, disgusting. However, on Thursday, we got this stuff, sprayed ourselves, and for the most part, they didn't come near us.
It was like a shield because you spent the whole, when you were walking the dogs or you were outside, you were just doing this constantly. Because they would just dive by me. I mean, I had one laying right here. It was disgusting. So it was just doing this. And once you put it on, we put the spray on Thursday night. It was like, okay, there's a force field. And you could see them fly at you and then make a turn.
Right.
And it was like they didn't want to. So she sells online.
She sells online. It is all natural, handmade, and she uses mango butter, olive wax. She uses a lot of essential oils, including geranium, lavender, peppermint, rosemary, lemongrass, clove, eucalyptus.
It has a really nice minty lemongrass scent to it. It's not the citronella, yucky, off spray.
Right, that's the thing. The great thing about it is you don't mind wearing it.
Yeah.
Because it smells really good.
Has a bit of a, not overly, but there's a bit of a sticky feel to the skin.
Okay.
Where you spray it. It's not like it goes right into and we haven't
That
used,
was the spray.
We haven't used the balm yet, but the spray, but I mean, not enough to annoy you. It's just like, oh yeah, I put the bug spray there.
Right.
So.
Highly recommend these.
Yeah.
They're called Naturally Repellent Bug Off Spray and Naturally Repellent Bug Off Balm. And it's Wyndham Flowers, WYNDHAM Flowers. We'll put a link in the thing
Yeah,
below.
we'll find her website. So, because she did tell us that they fill mail orders all the time.
Right.
And we will be testing it this weekend because we have a west breeze, which always brings in
The flies.
the flies on the island. So we will test it on beach flies.
Yeah. And then another place we found was called Penelope Muir Glass. She does a lot of imports from Britain, and we had to get that because seriously, we could not leave that behind.
The little guy.
Yeah, so do I. We do not do anything where like we use cream or anything like that. We're planning to use it for flowers, but I mean seriously, it's just so
Yeah, I'm very much us.
yes. And also, Helen's not quite sure why I got these, but I always read about people in England having jelly babies. So I got a thing of jelly babies to try them and see because I've never had them. I think they're chewy like gummy things, so I'm not sure. You know, my teeth are probably going to hate me, but I had to try them, at least try them. So I got one of those. And then
It is not a treat for Drusilla.
it's not a treat for Drusilla. I'm sorry, honey. I'm very, very sorry. We also got this, which is the newest edition of The Flower Fairies by Cicely Mary Barker, which we grew up on these. We love these. And I'm just going to give you guys a hint. Plan on seeing yarn colors to go with this because these are our colors perfectly. So we had those. And then one of the last places we went to, we did go to an antique store where we found some really neat things that we're going to use to mount some of
Yeah,
our...
we're going to try our finishing hand with our cross stitch.
Once we finish some things with cross stitch and we get them to be FFOs, the finally finished objects or fully finished objects, we want to use some of these things that we found, so we'll show them when we actually do. But we found this store. It was a gift store, and they had some work by a local artist, Laura Zindel, and that is her logo. And she does these things where she has pictures and vases and glasses, all with
I have a whole bunch of
animals.
videos that's going to get inserted here of a lot of the flatware and stuff that they had at the shop because, gorgeous.
It's so,
very,
so pretty.
I mean, it's handmade, so very pricey.
Yes. And we try and get an ornament for our Christmas tree from different places that we go. And so she had ornaments. So I said to Helen, why don't we get an ornament? So we're trying to decide, do you get a fox? Do you get a hedgehog? Do you get a squirrel?
An owl.
And then we saw him, and we had to get him because during lunch we had a long discussion as to the relative worth of chipmunks and
With Sue. So
With Sue.
it reminds us of our trip to Vermont and our lunch with Sue, so it's perfect.
it is. It's absolutely perfect. Look at the
Stop.
Look at the attachment. It's a silver log. It's just so pretty. So I'm really excited to add this to our Christmas tree ornaments because we'll look at it and say, oh, that's the one we got from Vermont.
Right.
You know, that'll be fun. And then the only other thing I wanted to mention.
Which took about our burger too.
Oh, okay. So you want to talk about that?
Okay. So our brother gave us a book of what is it called? Roadside Eats.
Mm-hmm.
So, because he knows we travel all over for the shows and stuff, and I'm hoping that noise isn't going to be too bothersome. And so we brought it with us, and there's a ton of stuff in the eastern part of Massachusetts, not much in the western side. But there was one in Springfield called
The White Hut.
the White Hut. Best burger in Massachusetts.
All right. So we had a quick break because Helen had to take one of the dogs out because, you know, the break that we took before we started, he decided he didn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
However, while she was gone, I tried one of these. They're disgusting. It's 100% sugar. So it's not
And
chewy.
it's not gummy, you said,
It's
right?
not a gummy bear or anything like that. It's just sugar. So I think I am past this in my lifetime. I will put them in a Ziploc baggie and put them aside for when my nephews come because they all adore them. All right. Anyway, we were talking about the burger.
Yes, so we went down, one of the suggestions was the White Hut in Springfield. So we drove down, thanks to GPS, it was very easy to find. It is a hole in the wall,
Yes.
to put it mildly.
It's an old diner.
If we hadn't come recommended highly, we probably would have turned around and walked out because it's not the cleanest joint in the world. But, you know, a good burger is a good burger.
Right.
It was a really good burger.
It was a very good burger.
It was a very juicy burger.
Very greasy burger.
Yeah, juice is
It
the wrong
destroyed
word.
Helen's
Grease is-
system
Yes, my
afterwards.
system did not like it.
But
Some of the
It was
best
worth
French
it.
fries and onions we've ever had.
I put on that the French fries and the onion rings were worth a trip from New Jersey just for them because they were the best onion rings
Yeah.
I've ever had.
Yeah.
Excuse me, and the French fries were really good.
And fast. I mean, they cook it for you right there. Everything is cooked to order
And the whole
and
point,
cooked fresh.
and one of their selling points is they will get you out in 5 minutes.
Yeah. And it was busy, so there was a line.
Yeah.
But they took our order, they did it, and they put the ketchup on for you and everything. So
It was good.
it was
Very
a
good.
dirty, greasy burger.
Yep.
But
So yummy.
yeah.
Okay.
So you wanted to talk about the crate?
Right. Oh, okay. We signed up for this. It's called Escape the Crate. I've wanted to do an escape room for a while, and we noticed that there's one coming to Beach Haven soon, so I'm very excited about that.
The
But-
one near us does a lot. The one that, after the closest one to us does a lot of horror ones, and we
Right.
don't want to do that.
Yeah, I'm not interested in the horror ones, but this one, you can do it. It's called Escape the Crate, and it comes with everything that you need. You need a working internet because part of it is done online. The clues are given online. This one is set in the 1950s at a diner with a
We
jukebox.
found it on cratejoy.com.
Yes, I was trying to remember where we found
Yeah.
it.
Anyway, cratejoy.com, you go and you can find all different sorts of monthly crates.
Right.
Knit crate is there.
Book boxes,
Book
book boxes
boxes.
coming out your ears.
Yeah.
Food,
Fitness boxes, crafty boxes, but one of
skincare.
the first ones that they suggested was this Escape the Crate. So we like, oh well, let's try it. We got the first one, and that's every other month it comes.
Yes. They
And you can
suggest
stop at any time.
right. They suggest that if you have done this, you set a timer for if you've done escape rooms or that kind of thing. You set a timer for an hour. If you're still a relative beginner, start it for 75 minutes. And if you've never done anything like it before, set it for 90 minutes.
Or don't set a timer.
Don't set a timer. I think it took us about 2 hours.
Right.
Because we had to get used to looking for where the clues were and that sort of thing. We had so much fun. I mean, we really had so much fun, and we were getting invested. At one point, we both were cheering because we got the clues.
Because what you do is you get their passwords that you put in online to get to the next clue.
Right.
And
when you've tried 17 million passwords and they're all wrong, and you finally figure out what the right
supposed to look for.
Right.
Once you know what you're looking for, then it's okay. It's not hard. It's just training your eye and training your brain to work the way
they do.
And it was so much fun.
Oh my God, we had such a good time.
And it was just the two of us. I think if there had been more of us, we probably would have done it in the time frame.
I don't know, because they might have gotten in the way.
Right.
You know, it was. I thought it was perfect with just the two of us.
Oh yeah, no, it was so much fun.
We just really. So we have the next one. We've already gotten the next one because we've been holding off on doing that until we had an uninterrupted time.
Yeah.
So we got the next one, so we're going to do that one next, and we're looking forward to that.
Because that's the World's Fair, the serial killer from the Chicago World's Fair.
I think they lead one into another because this one says that your next mission will be in Chicago with a Ferris wheel. And we're like, oh, that explains.
Having already gotten the crate, we're like, oh, well, I understand.
I now know what that means. So that was fun. That was really fun.
So we'll leave a link to Crate Joy and then Escape the Crate too.
Yeah, so if you want to do it, if that's something that you're interested in, well worth the money. Yeah, really well worth the money. And if you try the first one and you don't like it, then you can just stop. But
yeah, you can stop at any time.
It was just we really liked it.
Right. And what is it? $30 or something?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know why I have 26.
It's definitely under 50.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, no, that was fun. Okay. Shall we move on to some cross stitching?
Yeah.
We should probably mention that this is our FLOSSTUBE episode, so we're going to be talking cross stitching.
I feel like I'm cut off.
And we will be doing knitting next week.
Right.
Okay. How many do you have?
I have.
You have a finished object.
Finished and 3.
Okay. I have 5.
Start with my finish.
But let's start with your finish because your finish is pretty epic.
So I finished my mice.
Oh my God, this is just so cool.
Look at that. So, nope, that's not a picture. That is all my cross stitching. So the last time we filmed, I was working on him. I got him all done. I love that he's walking away. Oh my God, look at them on camera.
They are so cool.
I adore them. So I have to iron it up and decide exactly what I'm going to do with it. I was going to frame it, but now I'm kind of think I might not. Maybe I'll put it on a board or something. But I have to figure out exactly how big it is so that I know what I'm looking for.
Right.
So pleased. So it's the Chocolate Mice by Lola Lada Shop on Etsy. It's a download PDF pattern. It's a fantastic pattern because this was like my first big cross stitch that I did. And I had no problem with it whatsoever. It was a little daunting to begin with because she gives you one pattern that is the stitches, and then she duplicates the pattern to show you the back stitching so that the back stitching isn't overriding the stitches.
Which actually is really, really nice because I've got a couple where the back stitching, and I'm not sure what color is supposed to go there.
Yeah, because they have the back stitch line over the icon for the stitch. So that you're just looking, and as a new cross stitcher, it's like, oh my God, what am I looking at? Am I ever going to be able to do this? And it was just, okay, stop it, find the middle, and start there.
And once you've figured it out, then you realize how good it is.
Yeah.
Because
she's got shadings where you're using 2 different color threads to get the different shadings, and the back stitching is everything on this pattern.
Yes.
It's just everything. And then I added on the bottom. Can you see? I can't see what I'm showing.
Yes, they can see
Okay.
it.
So I added my initials and
Right.
2019 so that I will remember
When you did it, I think
Yeah.
that's a really good idea.
I did this in 2019.
Right.
So
when Brayden is clearing out our hoarder house,
right.
he finds it, he'll
Right.
know that you did it in
Oh, look,
2019.
this is my aunt's heirloom that she left me. Yay. She couldn't go get a real job and leave me money. She left me cross stitch.
Okay, what I would like to point out is, I'm not sure how she does it, but she gets movement in those mice.
Yeah.
That
he is
mouse
walking.
looks like he's walking away.
Yeah.
And she does it using X's.
It's
It's phenomenal.
incredible.
It's fantastic.
So I highly recommend her patterns from doing this one. Mary Beth is working on another one of her mice. We have both worked on cupcakes from her. So, and she has an extensive pattern collection and all different styles. Because she has styles that I would look at and be like, oh, okay, no, I don't want anything from the shop. But then you just delve deeper,
Right.
and it's like, then you find these guys.
And
So-
also, isn't she the one with the cat, the time traveling cat?
Fox?
Yeah, the time. Or is it the time traveling fox?
The steampunk fox? Yeah. She's
We
got-
have a cart set aside with her stuff that has close to $500 worth of patterns that we're not allowed to get until we finish things. So
Yeah. But yeah, no, she's got that. She's got the steampunk fox, and then she also has the fox with the fall leaves just coming down around him.
yes, she's amazing.
Yeah.
She's got really beautiful ones. It's
I think what she works with several different artists, and then she translates their work into
Okay.
cross stitch. But yeah, I love it. So I just have
phenomenal.
to figure out how I'm gonna FFO it and do that.
I think we're going to enter the world of sticky board.
Yes, though Sue didn't use sticky board.
No, she used like
Right.
a regular project board.
So while we had lunch with Sue, we got a lesson in finishing, which was fun. So yeah, my finish.
Love it.
So excited. I love them.
All right, I have 5 projects that I've been working on over the past 2 weeks. I didn't work on one particular one. I figured I like to have lots of different things and also have lots of things to show. My first one is The Wizard of Oz by the Little Stitcher. And I have finished the words and I've started the scroll underneath coming back. So that is as far as I've gotten with that one. I love the way it looks.
It's so
Really love the way it looks. The only thing I changed was I did not put the crossbar on the Z's the way she does it European style. So she puts the crossbar on the Z's. I chose not to do that. But other than that, I'm chugging along using the threads that she suggested and going along with it. Love it. Absolutely love it. Next.
Okay, so once I was done my mice, once Stitch Mania ended, I knew that I wanted to finish my mice, so that was all I worked on. And I finished them last week. So then I put all of my 31 projects from Stitch Mania in the app Tiny Decisions, which is a fun little wheel that you get to spin. I mean, half the fun is spinning the wheel. So I randomly picked that I would work on 3 projects.
This is what my wheel looks like.
I would show you mine, but we're using my phone.
That's
But
how many different
about,
projects.
Yeah, that's
I'm
about
going.
my wheel right now. So I spun it and it gave me, actually I did 4. I have 4 projects. I forgot.
Excellent.
So, so the first one it gave me was The Titmouse and the Fairy by Nimue. So I had started it and I had kind of gotten like this little branch down during Stitch Mania. I'm using, she calls for all DMC, so I'm just using her DMC because I know she also does a lot of shading and blending of threads, so I decided not to convert for Fancy Floss.
I haven't seen this. I can't wait to see it.
Oh, it's really, there's nothing spectacular. I'm working on the branch.
Okay, so I think What we need to do is hold this up like so. And then bring that up a little bit further. Like there, okay.
So that is the branch that the little titmouse is sitting on.
You've gotten a lot on there.
So coming across here.
But you've really done quite a bit.
Yeah. It's kind of boring right now because it's just all different shades of brown, and it's not like you're like, oh, look, I'm getting a bird out of it. It's like,
right.
Oh, look, it's a log. Yay. So, and this is a piece of 14 count Ada that was gifted to us.
So how, you were saying that you were having a little bit of trouble with the pink. Not trouble? No? I thought you were having trouble
With the pink?
Stitching the pink
no,
on
the only,
pink.
well, I have pink on pink. You can't see it. You will be able to see that there is some texture there, because you can kind of see it. It's right here where my finger is. You can see the stitches on the camera.
Right.
So, and it's not like, you know, the fairy is pink or anything. It's just a bit of shading or whatever for the branch, so that I'm not overly concerned about it. But stitching the pink on pink is
Not fun.
Not the most fun thing in the world. But it is, picture this plus 14 count Carnival Ada. Oh, Carnival is the color name. So that's
Very cool.
Yeah.
I have been working on The Curious Bunny by Teresa Kogut. I can't really show the picture because it only comes as one page and it's just the pattern. But this is what I have gotten done so far. I didn't really work on him very much.
I love your flowers.
But I have gone up and done the flowers going around him. I am using fancy floss. I replaced, all the flowers were one color and I replaced them and decided to go, I picked 7 different colors. I think it's 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 colors. 6 colors, and I'm duplicating them so that there will be 2 of each color.
It's so pretty. I much prefer it.
Oh, so do I.
Yeah.
So do I. I really, really much prefer it. I think he is amazing. I think the flowers are amazing, and I really love this. This is a piece of Ada that we bought at Joann's. Just plain white Ada, and I'm glad I chose to just go.
And we washed it, right?
Yes, I'm glad I chose to just go with straight white because
the flowers show up so pretty.
They do.
Yeah.
They're just really showing up. So yes, I'm pretty sure this is fairly true to form, other than picking out the flowers. I think the other colors I stuck with what she called for. She calls
He's
mostly
darker than it looks like in the pattern, but
it does, but I don't know whether that was the printer or just the way it showed up on screen. I'm almost positive I used the color that she called for him. And it really, you can see, if you have any questions, if you are a new stitcher like I am, and you have any questions as far as whether to use DMC or Fancy Floss, you can see the different shadings of him.
because he's all stitched in one color.
He is all one
Except
color.
for the outline. The outline is a darker color.
But other than that, he is all one color, so you can see, and you can see the shadings in the flowers.
I was going to say, you can see the flowers, definitely.
And that is all big. They're all Fancy Floss.
Yeah.
I believe they're mostly all Classic Dyeworks.
Colorworks.
Classic Colorworks. Not Dyeworks. Classic Colorworks. I think I'm using pretty much all Classic Colorworks. Okay. That's him.
Okay.
Next.
My next one is another of the little stitchers. She's on Etsy.
We had somebody ask us where we found most of our stitching patterns and things, and I think we answered this last week.
Yeah.
But we find almost all of them on Etsy.
Or things that we see on a floss tube and then we go up and be like, oh, I want that.
Right.
So
And if we can buy directly from the designer, we do so.
yes,
So for Teresa Kogut, we buy directly from her.
yeah. So this is the Sacred Bee. It was my Stitch Mania start, if you remember, where I was having a bad day and I got 1X done on my day.
Well, the good news is we've gotten a little bit done since then.
So I am using a Picture This Plus
Beach Patrol.
Yep. 18 count Ada, and it is, I think, the Herald colorway. I left the tag on. Yes. Okay, so it's the Herald colorway. And I switched out, she calls for mostly DMC, if not all DMC. Oh, DMC and some Gentle Arts. So I am, yeah, I'm using Fancy Floss. Look. Spike, come on. So I have the words all done, and you can't even see.
That might show it a little bit more.
That worries me that it doesn't show up on the camera.
Let's see. Oh, you can see that.
Okay.
Oh, you can definitely see that.
Yeah,
Look at that. You
okay.
can. Oh, yeah. You can definitely see that. I think it's just that we can't see the camera.
Okay.
So.
So I have the Sacred Bee, and then the next thing is excuse me. There's a decorative border under the words, so that would be what I start next.
That one is a beautiful one.
Yeah.
I
So
love
I'm
that
very
one.
excited about this one. And so you get the Sacred Bee here, and then you also get a separate pattern for this bee up here.
My next pattern is Spring in Your Step by Country Cottage Needleworks. That is what it looks like. I am doing mine on a light blue as well. And that is what I've gotten done so far.
So pretty.
The colors on this are spectacular. I love these colors so much. I actually dyed yarn to those colors. Not with these specifically in mind, but or not with this pattern specifically in mind, but it just happened to match something else that I was doing. But that is the way it looks right now. Now I want to work on this.
But that's exactly what it is. It's like, oh, now I want to work on this, and now I want to work on this.
I am limiting myself. I have 5 projects. I am limiting myself to the 5, and once I finish one, then I get to spin the wheel and start something new, but I've got to finish these first. So I have a couple that are like the Curious Bunny. I'm more than halfway down the flowers.
He's a smallish project.
Right, so that one, this one I think I was thinking it was going to be kind of small, but it's stretching a little bit wider than I thought. We shall see.
But you're using a fairly high count or low count Ada, so bigger.
I think 16
Yeah.
for this. I will just keep going, and
Yeah.
it's so cool. I love doing them.
My next one is a big one, so that if it bores me, I will
Move on.
I will not feel bad about putting it aside for a little bit and moving on.
What I like about this one though is that each of the pieces is in different colors, so that you finish the one thing and then you're like, it's almost like you're starting something new because it's not all the same color.
Exactly, and I love the colors on
Yes.
this. So this is Stitch Rovia, Dance, Live, and Sing. She leaves a very small picture, but you can get it. And I'm just doing this on some oatmeal Ada that we got from Michael's.
Okay, it's the funniest thing because it's Saturday morning. There are people walking their dogs, and Drew is all the way under the bed, and all you hear is the bed barking.
And every so often, his nose sticks out from under the bed. So,
It's just the funniest thing. Okay, anyway, go ahead,
okay.
show.
So I'm using oatmeal Ada that we got from Michael's, and I am using all of her call for DMC colors because I adore the colors and I didn't want to mix it.
Wait till you see.
I mean, it's kind of anticlimactic because it's small, but look at that.
Oh my God.
It's so pretty.
Those colors are so beautiful.
Yeah. And
I don't know that the camera is doing them justice.
It's the pattern, as you can imagine, with everything that's going on there, the pattern is very jumbled, and I'm like, okay, what do I do? So what I am doing is I'm just taking each 10 stitch block, 10 by 10 block, and that's what I'm doing, and I'm going across the top.
Okay.
And then I'll probably go down to the next row and just go across. That's how
Right.
I've decided to tackle it, just so I have some kind of semblance of what I'm doing and where I am. So I love it.
It's gorgeous.
So, no.
I wasn't sure about it when Helen bought these patterns, because she got a couple from her, and
Yeah.
I wasn't sure about them, and then she started stitching them, and I'm like, oh, I love those. They look really, really, really good. Really good.
So now I'm excited to work on that.
Right. Next up for me is, this is Fast Food by Madame Chantilly. And I apologize for the stray thread, but that is where I am right now. So I have about half a sheep and a carrot strapped to his back,
That's so cool.
which I'm hoping you can see because it's right on the crease, but there is,
It looks like a broom, but
it is a carrot.
Yeah.
And there are going to be fronds coming out, but I would like you to see my back stitching for my bow that is tying the carrots to his back.
look at that.
Yeah, that was fun. That was the other day I did that. But look at that.
Yeah.
It's got curls and everything.
It's amazing what they do.
I am really very pleased with my back stitching there. So yes, this is his front. The black thread is where I'm going to be putting in his face because he has a black face. And then his back end goes out and there's a line of other sheep behind him. So that is where I am with this. Just really love him. Okay, we have to hurry up and finish because I need to start stitching. Okay, next.
My next one I haven't worked on at all, other than his start at Stitch Mania. So it is
Do you want me to hold that?
Cristoforo and really
Who is this by?
Alessandra
Okay,
Adelaide Needleworks.
I love him. He
Yes.
is awesome.
He, these we have bought online from needle shops.
Right.
I don't know how to get directly from the designer, but like 1, 2, 3 Stitch and the bigger needle companies. But it's EU, so you can't get it.
Right.
So I believe she's Italian. So I've just gotten a little bit of his beak done. So
Come over like that. There you go. That's perfect.
so that's a little bit I've gotten done. And this is 28 count. Jobelin? Did we decide it was Jobelin or Jobelin?
I think Jobelin.
Jobelin. 28 count African Daisy Jobelin.
Didn't we just say Jobelin? Jobelin. Jobelin, 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 Jobelin.
So
You say tomato, I say tomato.
so it's 2/2.
More power to you.
I did it in Maryland. After being at Maryland Sheep and Wool.
Yeah, more power to you.
So obviously I didn't have a problem with it.
Yeah. My last one I am working on is Field Mouse Hollow by Brenda Gervais. With Thigh Needle and Thread is the name of her company. And that,
God, I love that one so much.
okay. I've been working on this for a day or two. This is one of my ones that's on a great big piece of fabric
There's 20 other different
that I have
projects
several different projects on. I'm not going to go with 20, but there are a couple. However, let me find her. That is her.
Oh, look at that.
So before I had gotten her tail, it was basically just her tail that I had gotten done. So everything else is new since that. And I was working on this last night, and I really had to force myself to stop working on it because I couldn't see. But I really, really, really love this. This is on 16 count. I think it's 16
I think
count.
it's 18.
Oh, you think it's 18 count?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
pretty sure we dyed the 18.
We got it from Joann's. We washed it and then we tea stayed and dyed it. And I believe we used peach herbal tea for this one. And
Yeah.
so there's a slight hint of peach to it too. But oh my god, she's so gorgeous. So that's where I am with her. I love her. I really love her.
Yeah.
I love her so much. And I love the way her dress is coming out. It's just so cool. Yeah. Anyway, that's where I am with her.
Okay.
So that is where we are as far as cross stitching is concerned, I believe. Are you all done?
I'm all done.
That is it. Yeah. Okay. So that is our cross stitching for these 2 weeks. We will be back in another 2 weeks to show our updates then. And who knows, I may have actually finished something by then.
Who knows?
And we will try very hard to get yours finally finished, or the fully finished, so that we can show how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right. I think that does it, right?
I think so, yeah.
It's a Saturday morning, so everybody, hopefully you're having a lovely, lovely weekend.
It is the second day of summer, I believe.
And it's a gorgeous day.
Yeah.
Lord knows we got people down.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous day in New Jersey.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
And we have spent, I mean, this is like the first day we've seen the sun.
Yeah.
In a week. Because it was cloudy and rainy our entire trip. So.
Which was fine by us, because
it worked fine. I mean, we just dealt with it. So.
We don't mind going out in a little bit of rain. And we really didn't run into too much pouring down rain when we were out and about.
No.
It's just drizzly.
Yeah.
You know, but it was perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Have a wonderful 2 weeks, everybody. We will be back next week with our knitting content. And you can find out how I'm a loser and a quitter on that one. However, for this,
That's a lovely lead-in.
Yeah, I'm going to power on through my cross stitching because I really want to do that and not do anything else.
Right. Yeah. We've convinced ourselves we don't have to work today, and we will recuperate from our vacation by cross stitching.
There you go. I think that is
It's
a
Saturday,
perfectly valid thing.
Yeah.
We spent, what, 8 hours in the car yesterday? I think
At
we
the very
deserve.
least, yeah.
We deserve a little bit of cross stitching today. So, and I know all of you are agreeing with me. You're going, yes, Mary Beth, go cross stitch. Okay. Have a good week, everybody, and we will see you soon.
Yes.
Keeps your tea warm.
Pass that to you.
That would be really pretty.
To England, because this weather,
This is our Airbnb. You come in the front door. There you go. Walk in and you're in the living space. There's a teeny tiny little kitchen, but perfect for when you're on vacation. There is a dog. This is the kitchen, complete with some toys, because we never go anywhere without those. Dining table where we played our games. There's dog number 2. Comfy couches and chairs to sit in, complete with lots of projects. Big TV to watch. That's the bathroom. Helen's taking a shower right now, so we won't go in there. Here's bedroom number 1. Has a TV on the wall. Cupboards. Nice big double bed, or probably queen size bed. So that's number 1. Sorry, come through the living area. And here is bedroom number 2. It's got a twin size bed in it. Again, place for clothes. And a place to write. I think this was an add-on, or maybe the back porch, because there's a door that leads outside. And then over here, when you come out, there's this little nook that has a trapdoor that leads down to the basement. We did not go in there because we know about serial killers in basements, but no, there was nothing to even suggest that there might be a serial killer here. We just don't like basements. So this is the house, small, but absolutely perfect for us. Spick and span clean when we got here. Right now there are some clumps of dog hair that we're going to be picking up, and a little bit of debris from walking in and out when we were taking the dogs for walks. But other than that, it was perfect.